The most important part of running a property management business is how are you going to make money? Or if you're hiring a property management company and you're confused or curious about how they make money, I'm going to break it down for you today. Now, this topic could be tricky as it may not be clear how property management companies can make money. Some believe that these companies make money solely based on fees, while some believe they make it from rent. And to clear the confusion, I will be going over various ways in which property management companies make money. So first off, what is a property management company? Well, in simple terms, a property management company is a company that is hired, typically by landlords, to cover the various tasks of managing properties. The hiring of this company allows landlords to not have to worry about as many tasks as they usually do. The service offered by property management companies can differ from company to company. Most of the services, however, revolve around tenant screenings, background checks, accounting, maintenance requests, marketing and advertising, and rent collection. The best companies offer most, if not all of these services at once, and these tasks should sound like things that you as a property owner do almost every day. So then how do these property management companies make their money? Well, one of the main ways that they'll be making money is by charging fees. As a property manager, there are many things that you can charge a fee for, and it's important to have it clearly laid out. Also called your fee structure, this is the way the company charges their clients, and it's vital for making money. Property managers must have this aspect of their business very secure before entering the market for other clients. So what are these property management fees? Well, these fees are any kind of fee that are charged by property managers to provide any kind of service on the rental property. In the real estate world, there are a plethora of fees that management companies charge to service rental properties. Here are some of the most common fees. First, there's the property management fees. Of all the fees that exist in the management industry, the property management fees are the most important. This should be one of the most obvious fees as this is what the company is all about. Management. These fees are what clients pay every month to ensure the property is properly maintained and managed throughout the year. These management fees can cover different services depending on the company, but many of the fees cover things like collecting and processing rent, coordinating maintenance, property inspections, and tenant communications. Different companies can charge for these separately, or they can include them all under one management fee. Typically, they will all be included in the one management fee to make things faster and easier. Although these fees sound simple, there are many factors that can affect how they're charged. Some examples of factors that affect the cost of property management fees include the type of rental property, the size of rental property, the condition of the rental property, location of the property, and management services. It's very important that all of these factors are taken into consideration when deciding how much your management fee is going to be. And once all these factors are taken into account, property managers can come up with a management fee that will both generate business and profit. There's a few ways to actually charge this fee. One of the options is to use a flat fee every month. This means that no matter the rent, the property owner or landlord will pay the same management fee every month. This is usually the least popular option. The more favorable option that property management companies tend to use is a percentage-based fee. This means that every month a certain percentage of the rent, typically 8 to 12%, is collected to cover the management fee. The second option could also be tricky due to the language in the contract. The two choices when it comes to charging a percentage are based on either rental value or rent due. When the contract states rental value, this means that the management fee will be a percentage of the expected rent. So if there's no rent being paid, the fee still needs to be accounted for. If the agreement states rent due, the management fee is only paid when there is rent collected. Even though it sounds like a headache, this fee will usually generate the most revenue from the managed properties. However, there are still many fees that you can charge as a property manager that will also make the property management company money. Next on the list is a leasing fee. This fee covers the cost of leasing or releasing a rental property when it becomes vacant. It essentially covers all of the work that is involved in finding a new tenant to rent the property. Some of the services that are typically covered include advertising, property showings, applicant screenings, and initial inspections. In most cases, it is the property manager's best interest to do a good job during this process. This is because most property management companies offer a refund if the tenant moves out of the investment property less than a year later. For this fee, it's typically charged similarly to a management fee. Some companies charge a flat fee while others charge month's rent. Instead of charging a whole month's rent, however, they may only charge a percentage of it. Next is an onboarding fee, also called a setup fee. It's a fee that is charged when new clients are hiring the company's management services. This fee is typically a flat fee that is charged per the number of units that the client needs managed. Some of the things that could be covered by these onboarding fees are creation of an account, inspection of property, property evaluation, and introductory materials. Although this fee is normal, a property manager may choose not to include this fee. They may opt to charge for the services separately. This is completely up to the property manager. The property manager also decides what services the onboarding fee covers covers and which ones must be paid for separately. Another fee that property management companies typically use to make money is the lease renewal fee. This fee usually covers all of the costs of renewing or modifying a lease for the tenant. If the property manager chooses to charge this fee, it should be yearly, which is when the lease expires and needs to be renewed. Although it is common, some property managers will choose not to charge this and include it in the general management fees. Like the property management fee, this fee could either be a flat fee or based on a percentage of the rent. Whether it be one or the other, the fee usually comes out to around $200 or less. Again, this is up to the discretion of the property manager, as it is their choice whether or not to include it. Another fee or group of fees that are typical for property management companies are maintenance fees. These are the fees that are charged to the property owner or landlord that cover the cost of services done on the property. Although this fee may be included in the general fee, there may often be markups on the fee due to the price of the services done. For example, if a landscaping job exceeds the budget set by the maintenance fee, the property owner will be charged the difference. Sometimes it can be difficult to make money off of these fees because some property owners are careful with how much they pay in maintenance fees. The property management company should theoretically only charge for the price that it costs for the repair or replacement. Charging anything over this amount could cause a dispute with the landlord, so caution is definitely recommended. Also, some companies opt to charge a flat maintenance fee and have a dedicated repair crew. This way they know for sure whether or not they'll be making money off of maintenance based on the fee and the price of the team. Sometimes an early termination fee may also be included in a company's agreement. This fee is charged to the client if they decide to terminate their contract earlier than the agreement states. This is usually a flat fee anywhere between like $250 and $500 or even more. And it's especially important to make this fee clear to the property owner, as it may come as a surprise. If it's not known to the property owner, it may cause a dispute at the time of ending the agreement. As a property management company, there are various things that you can do to make money. More importantly than charging fees, you should have every other aspect of your company secure, like infrastructure and marketing strategy. Once you have everything secure, charging fees is the easy part. This is where you get a chance to determine how much your company will make and may make or break your business. But when you get it right, you'll surely be on your way to success. So if this video answered your questions about how property management companies actually make money, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more property management content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!